In today's topic, we're gonna be speaking on a lot of things dealing with, financial freedom and how to change your life and why your life is not changing. Like this is for people who feel as if their life hasn't changed. And honestly, the most realist thing I can say to you right now is that you will not be able to change your life overnight, but you can start today. The reason why I say this is because if you start today and you stay consistent, and let's say you do this for about maybe a year, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 years, if it takes that long, you're almost guaranteed to see some change in your life, whether that be a massive change or even just small changes that accumulate. That could be a new car. You probably done moved into a new crib, or you probably done bought some things that, or you probably done invested in some things that can help with your passion and what you're working on. It could be all types of things, but ch- your life changing and stuff changing for you, it all starts with you and the actions that you take today. Before we get into today's video, man, make sure you take the time out to comment your thoughts below on the channel. I want to see how y'all think about these videos. I want to try my hardest to, relate to all y'all, because we all on the same journey and we're all working towards certain things. You feel me? But on this side of the internet, we are focusing on elevating our lives and obtaining certain things that we always wanted, since childhood. You feel me? But without further ado, man, let's start today's video. Something that I've noticed with myself is that, like, you know, I do strive to like achieve certain things in life, but like before I started like working on this, of course I had a job or whatnot, but I always knew that like me just working a 9 to 5 ain't gonna cut it. Like that's not gonna get me where I really want to be in life. Like I'm not gonna hold you. It definitely got me here. You feel me? Which is I'm overly grateful. You feel me? I'm definitely in a way better position than I was a few years ago. But we a lot of people like me, we got big dreams. You feel me? I'm pretty sure everybody got big dreams, but in order for you to achieve those big dreams, you got to do way more. You feel me? And that is the main reason why today's video is. You might not be able to change your life overnight, but you definitely can start today. And by you starting today, that is going to spark a massive change in your life, and it's going to change everything about everything. Like you going to change, the people around you is going to change, because they going to react to you changing. Like, believe it or not, when you start doing certain things, like when you start getting your life together and focusing on what really matters in life, the people that you hang around, they have no choice but to change it. But for me, and the reason why I say this is because you're not the same person no more. You're not going to be doing the same things that you was doing, in the previous years or the previous times that y'all, the linked or whatever. You're going to be a totally different person. You're going to be focused on totally different things, and that's fine. That's okay. That's normal. You feel me? But by you changing and by you doing something different and sticking to it, only good things will come from this. And I'm honestly seeing it for myself, because I've noticed over the past, weeks, months, you feel me? A lot of things have been changing for me, you feel me? And I'm honestly starting to think that it has something to do with my mentality, and I feel as if a lot of us have heard that, like, your mind creates your reality. The things that you constantly think of on a daily day basis affect the life that you live and the things that you see yourself experiencing. And I think that that is true, because I I've been telling myself, you know, certain types of affirmations, and I can honestly say I think it's working. I think it's helping my life change, because I'm not gonna lie, like, things is just going smooth. You feel me? And you might have them little obstacles that come in every now and then, but that's cool for me. When you focus on your grind and when you really locked in, you're gonna be prepared for those things. And this is why staying focused and focusing on your priorities is so important, bro, because it's gonna prepare you for life, and it's gonna help you move through life in a way better, you know, way than you was doing it before. Like, because I kid you not, before I got on this type of journey or before I started like thinking differently and like focusing on my future, I'm not gonna say I was doing anything in life, but I definitely didn't have a vision of, what I should be doing and what I should be working towards. A lot of us, you know, Gen Z, you feel me? Man, every time I go on YouTube, bro, I always hear a lot of people, especially the older generation, just bashing Gen Z and saying all type of things about us. We lazy, this and that. We don't got no work ethic. We don't have a drive or whatnot. But man, bro, once you start really focusing on what matters in life, once you focus on what you want out of life, bro, none of that shit is really true for real. Like you got to think, everybody has the same 24 hours, bro. My brother, my mom, my dad, everybody has the same 24 hours as me. The only difference is what you do with your 24 hours. You see, like I just came home from work. I could have easily told myself, bro, I don't feel like posting a video. I'm not gonna post a video. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. But the thing is, by me knowing what it takes for me to get to a better position in life, I literally can't do that. I can't do that. You feel me? Or guess what? I'm gonna be slacking. And that's something that you do not want to do on your grind or, on this journey that you're on, bro. You do not want to just allow yourself to slack and to not get shit done, bro. Because the only way that you can go far in life and achieve certain things in life is by you staying consistent. But I've noticed that, I want a lot of change in life. And yeah, it takes a lot of work. Yeah, it takes a lot of time, maybe whatnot. But honestly, bro, that's cool, bro. Because certain things that you want in life, certain goals that you set for yourself, they all have their own time as to when you're going to achieve them or when you're going to make progress on them. But bro, your mind can literally be your biggest asset as far as helping you, achieve the things you want to achieve in this life, or it can be your biggest enemy, bro. I promise you. Because I ain't a lot right now. Bro, daily, I have negative thoughts daily about myself as far as like, not thinking that I'm, good enough as far as, making content or, certain things of that nature. And, I'm human, you feel me? I'm able to admit that, and it's always room for improvement. And that's the whole point of this channel, you feel me? It's pushing out positivity, pushing out self-improvement so that when I watch these videos, man, it can force me to be in a certain type of frequency. Because bro, having negative thoughts and being stuck, like feeling as if you ain't gonna get to where you want in life, or feeling as if you can't like ever like, succeed in certain areas of life, bro, that shit is depressing, bro. Like the only way that I'm gonna change even more so that I can become that version of myself that I envision in the future is if I, keep taking the right actions that I know I need to take, and, staying consistent and trying my hardest to keep my mind in a positive, frequency, bro. Because, bro, like, I kid you not, like, today, honestly, bro, I've been really catching myself thinking, like, damn, I see the vision, I see where I want to be at in the future, but it's like, how do I get there? You feel me? Like, even now, like, what I'm doing now, I feel as if I'm technically doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I still don't see how I'm gonna get there. You feel me? And it's so easy to have thoughts like that, but you know, as I'm watching some people that I kind of like look up to, I've seen certain people like achieve, financial freedom or, achieve some of their goals. And I'm watching them and I'm like, okay, it's gonna take time or not, but it's still as if like, you're always gonna have negative thoughts. Is no one's perfect, you feel me? But the key point is being stubborn. You feel me? Being stubborn in the right way. You feel me? I'm not talking about being stubborn as if you're not available to change. You're not available to new things. I'm not talking about that type of stubborn. I'm talking about being stubborn as if like, having some resilience, not being easy to like, don't be easy to give up. You feel me? Like that's something I'm trying my hardest to do. I promise you, bro. Like I created a system for myself, right? That I felt comfortable with as far as consecration. But at the same time, it's like, bro, like my mind is starting to, I don't know, bro. It's kind of hard to just keep your mind on positive things all the time, bro, because we all understand reality, you feel me? Life isn't, rainbows and sunshines, you feel me? So it's easy to think like, what if I never like what if I don't achieve it, you feel me? And that's something that I'm catching myself thinking is if like, what if I don't achieve those goals that I set for myself? I've already achieved smaller goals that I've set for myself, you feel me? But at the same time, I want so much more out of life. And it all comes down to, bro, being resilient, being stubborn in the right way, you know, not giving in to those negative thoughts, you feel me? Not giving in to the people around you that might be negative in your life. It might be people in your life that might be, spewing out negativity or just not, they're not like in the right, you know, mindset that you need to be in. Like, because it's easy to have friends and they like, they're focused on bullshit or they're like bullshit and they're not really locked in on anything. And, being around people like that, it'll affect your mental state. Trust me, it definitely will, bro. You'll see once you start changing, once you start wanting more things out of life, and you start to notice that you might have some friends that, it doesn't seem like as if they're changing or as if it don't seem as if they want more out of life. The drive just is not there, or like, that is going to affect you if you keep hanging with them. You feel me? Like I've learned that for myself. You feel me? I'm not saying it to cut off all your day ones or whatnot, but hey, to each his own. Some people situations is different. You might have to cut off all your day ones. You feel me? If you want to succeed in life, like you might have to just go ghost and stop being available to pretty much everybody except for your family. And honestly, even your family, you might have to like not be available to them too for a certain amount of time just to get your life together. But this is something that I'm learning, as far as, you know, day by day, working towards certain things. And if you want to change your life, bro, I'm telling you, it pretty much will never happen overnight. It might happen in a few weeks, a few months, a few years, but almost never overnight. And that's the reason why I'm saying that the actions that you take on a daily day basis is that's gonna lead to your future, bro. Whether that be a good future for yourself or whether that be a bad future, you feel me? But either way it goes, the actions that you take on a daily day basis is gonna lead you somewhere. So this is why I'm trying my hardest to stay in a certain type of mindset. But bro, life do get hard, you feel me? This shit ain't easy, you feel me? Like but if you want to change your life, man, if you want to strive to achieve certain things, bro, you gotta realize you gotta low key play life strategically, bro. Like you dead ass gotta play this shit as if it's a game. Like I kid you not, bro. Like I don't know, bro. It's just I don't know, bro. Like shit should never be like overly easy. Like bro, like it's you gonna always find some pushback in whatever you're doing, bro. Like that ass. You can be doing the easiest shit in the world. You gonna find some pushback. I promise you. But I say all that just to say that, like, if you're working towards something, bro, don't give into the negative thoughts, man. You might give into it every now and then, but don't give into it for too long, bro. Cause I kid you not, you keep thinking those negative thoughts for too long, bro, and you're gonna start to believe that shit. Like, cause it's starting to happen to me. Like I'm starting to think, damn, what if I never like, what if I never reach that state in my life? What if I never gain financial freedom? What if I never gain the ability to leave the 9 to 5 and be able to gain more value so that I can change the way that I, bring in income. Not saying that I'm not bashing the 9 to 5. Ain't nothing wrong with the 9 to 5. You feel me? To each his own. You feel me? I like my job. I like what I do for a living right now. You feel me? I don't have an issue with that. Some people, you might just be working the wrong job. You might be working the type of job and you don't like what you're doing. All you need to do low key probably is just find another job and then keep working that while you're working on your, you know, other goals or other passions that you have. You feel me? But we never are going to bash the 9 to 5 on this channel because we use the 9 to 5 as a foundation. I got everything that I got right now from my 9 to 5. So I can never really bash it and say certain things about it. But at the same time, it's just like eating fucking you know, fast food or eating chips all day. It might taste good. It might get you full. You might eat a fucking cheeseburger and get full or whatnot, but that don't mean that it's healthy for you. The same with your 9 to 5. Your 9 to 5 could be paying well or whatnot, but hey, some people in the blue collar jobs, that 9 to 5 that they working is killing them as far as their health. A lot of construction workers, they make good money, but at the same time, they're trading something for that money. And guess what that is? Their health. In the next 10 years, if they're like 30 or 20, next 15, 20 years, when they turn 35, 40, it's going to hit. You feel me? Like they're going to realize, damn, I can't do what I used to do back in the day. Certain things, this job came with certain trade-offs. And what I just said right there, that applies to pretty much everything in life. But I said all that to say, you know, we all want to, you know, achieve certain things in this life, but at the same time, it's like I said before, you gotta move strategically with this shit, bro. Cause like it's not how, like, the world ain't how it used to be. Our parents, I'm not gonna say our parents had it easy, cause a lot of people, they grew up and their parents wasn't really doing all that good. You feel me? But I guarantee you that their parents was doing way better. I guarantee you that their parents was definitely at least comfortable. And I ain't gonna lie, that's where I'm at now. If I'm gonna be honest with you right now, because I just recently changed some things as far as like the 9 to 5 and what I do. So right now I'm chilling. For me, I can afford to, do certain things. But bro, in order for you to change your life, in order for you to, like, gain more freedom in your life, you're gonna have to, you're like, the work that you're putting out is gonna have to, like, literally show, like, yeah. I'm taking that advice too, bro. I'm trying my hardest to do what I know needs to be done every day. But man, life is just throwing these things at me, bro, and I'm just trying to stay, consistent. I'm, you know, trying to get better at this. I'm trying to get better at, at doing so many things, and I got so many goals and so many things that I want to achieve in life, and I just gotta, like, focus on certain things that matter. But bro, this journey is not going to be easy, bro. I see a lot of people. I even got some friends that's starting to, like, you know gain that type of mindset as far as, like, wanting to achieve financial freedom, and that's a good thing. I love to see that. You feel me? Because that's really what matters in life. Getting hella nice clothes and trying to impress other people, that shit don't matter. Or trying to look cool for other people, all that shit don't matter. You feel me? You need to be focusing on changing your life so that you can live the life that you always dreamed of living. You feel me? And this is for the people who have big goals. Everybody don't have big goals. Everybody don't give a fuck about changing their life and achieving certain things. Some people are content with their life, and ain't nothing wrong with that. If you content with your life, that's cool. You feel me? You feel me? I'm just saying that, like, if you want to change your life, bro, if you want to, like, live a better life, you want to move out your parents' crib, you want to buy a certain type of car, you want to move out the state, you want to travel, you want to do this and that, it's going to take for you to change. Expect to you cannot expect to see yourself live in a certain way, live in a different way than you are now in the future, but not changing. You're gonna have to, especially if you're young, bro. If you, like, 18, just coming out of high school, you in college, you getting ready to graduate college or whatnot, bro. Hey, bro, when you get that job, when you went to college for, whatever you're studying in, when you do get that job, you're gonna be a different person. You're not the same person as you was when you were in high school, envisioning going to college to get that degree to then apply for that job. You feel me? You're a different person because you done went through certain shit. You done put in the work needed to, you feel me? You're a different person. You done learned certain things. You done failed at certain things, and all that builds character. All that, you feel me, changes you. And this is why I say changing your life, it will almost never happen overnight. But bro, the work that you put in over a certain amount of time, that's what's gonna get you there. You feel me? Like even now, like by doing this shit every day, we learning something every day. We improving on something every day. For me, we fail even though we're improving on something every day. Even though we learning shit every day, guess what? We also failing at certain shit every day too. For me, but that's not a bad thing. That's really a good thing though, because you could never really learn something unless you fail at it. So I say all that to say, man, if you find yourself wanting to like really achieve big things out of life, you want to be financially free. You want to be able to move your mom into a big house. I'm talking about big goals, like being able to really be financially free, really be able to like, do a lot for your family. You're going to have to change entirely, bro. Your mindset, the actions that you put out on a weekly basis, the people you hang around, the type of freaking content that you consume, everything is going to change, bro. So just stay focused on your grind, stay focused on your passion, stay focused on what you want out of life, and keep going, bro. Because guess what? Everything that I just said right there, I'm trying my hardest to do the same thing, man. We all on this journey at the same time. And, to each his own. We all not going to achieve our goals at the same time. But, hey, man, it's not about who finished the race first. It's about finishing the race in general. Some people in this life, as far as gaining financial freedom, will never gain it. And you can view that as if they didn't finish the race. I feel as if the rat race or whatever this shit is that we're dealing with, only certain people beat it. Only certain people break out of that system, working every day for certain shit, but trading off, their health and everything. Only certain people break out of that system because it takes a certain type of creativity to, it takes for you to be different. Not even being different, but just learning from what's already out there. So many examples of people doing good in life. All you have to do is just see what they're doing. And this could be for any field, any career, not even just content creation. You could have somebody that's working a certain job that you might aspire to work in the future. You got to view what they did. What did they go through in order for them to achieve that? And by you learning from that, you apply that same knowledge to your life. That's what I've been doing. That's how I've seen certain things change for me. But that's all I got for today's video, man. If you like today's video, make sure you drop a comment. Make sure you let me know your thoughts on the channel. I'm trying my hardest to, reach out to all y'all so y'all all support, because I want y'all to support me. Without further ado, I'm going to catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace out.